The HOVERAir Pro and Pro Max just got a massive new upgrade within their firmware. It has a bunch of new flying modes that I can't wait to show you in this video. We're first going to cover cycling mode. Now, one of the things I really rely on when capturing great cycling footage or any type of sports footage where you're running or doing something outdoors is to use the hover beacon. This thing increases the location accuracy of yourself, so that way the drone can track you a lot better, especially during high speeds of up to 26 to 28 miles an hour. This thing is an absolute must because not only does it help you with tracking, but it also helps you frame the shot so you always see what the drone is seeing. If you have a look at some of this tracking footage I shot on my Van Powers bike, it will look like somebody else is recording me using another gimbal, but it's actually just the drone itself. It's that good at tracking me. Regardless if it's from the back using cycling mode or if it's using side track or dolly track, it stays locked on me. Now, the previous firmware versions on the HOVERAir Pro Max really didn't have the tracking abilities that it now has. So this is such a massive upgrade. Before, the drone would sway from left to right or right to left, especially during skiing or cycling. Now they got rid of that and it just keeps you dead on and it flies straight. They've also incorporated a new dolly zoom mode, which really enhances your videography using just one tool. And of course, that's the HOVERAir. So you just cycle through some of the flying modes within the beacon or the drone itself, hit dolly zoom. I use the 6-foot feature and it flies away 6 feet and it creates an epic dolly zoom effect. We also have indoor follow. Indoor follow makes it seem like somebody is following you on a gimbal, but it's actually just the drone itself. They actually created a specific algorithm to track your body's movements and actually anticipate where you're going to walk to next. So it analyzes your walking pattern and it tracks you based on that. Obviously, this isn't 100% foolproof. Sometimes you do have to manipulate your body in a way where your drone thinks you're walking in a certain direction, just so it flies in a safer area so it doesn't collide with any obstacles. I did this during cycling mode as well when it was tracking backwards. For example, when I used dolly track, which is actually one of my favorite modes, the drone doesn't really see what's happening behind itself except for those sensors on the back, but those sensors are only meant for much slower speeds, not 20 or 25 miles an hour. So if you're cycling or flying in a narrow area, make sure that you're keeping tabs on the drone with the beacon. The beacon is very important because that tracking becomes a lot more accurate. And when you're going down these narrow areas, it's important to just kind of make sure the drone's not going to collide anything with just moving a little bit to the left or to the right, so that way the drone anticipates your movements and it doesn't collide with anything. That's how you become really, really good with this drone and it won't collide with anything. Now, I have a really good story about the Hover Pro Max. It was fully my mistake. I actually had it land on top of a treetop, which was about 60 feet high up in the air. I luckily got it down with a pull stick and it actually flew down 50, 60 feet on the ground, fell right onto the grass. Nothing broke, nothing scratched. The drone still flew perfectly. The gimbal didn't even break or even get one scratch on it. So I really had the chance to test the durability of this drone, and it's the best that's out there right now, especially for its size. The capability of you just having it in your pocket, pulling it out, putting it on your palm, pressing one button, having it take off and just track you, just makes it so much easier to capture your own content without hiring anybody else. Now, another tool that I recommend that you get is their power case. The power case allows you to charge the drone when it's not in use, and it's a fast charger. So in about 10 to 15 minutes, it will charge the drone 20%, so you can actually get a few more minutes of flight time to capture those last minute shots. So if you're interested in the HOVERAir Pro or Pro Max drones, I highly recommend them. They just keep getting better and better with each firmware upgrade. Check out the link down below. Let me know what you think about them in the comment section, and I'll see you in another video. Peace.